Hi. Over the last few weeks, it's really been bothering me that so many of the churches that we are working with in Kairos Connection are really in battle mode. All sorts of attacks, false accusations, sickness, premature death. In other places, financial battles, battles over marriage, all sorts of stuff going on. And as I've prayed about this over the months that have gone by, one thing's become very clear. Firstly, we are under attack, not just churches in KX, but other churches I'm very aware of outside of the family in similar situations. And as I began to reflect on it, I felt the Lord say, you know, many of these, if not all, are churches in transition. They're churches where a new, younger leadership were coming into place. And as I thought about that, I felt the Lord direct me to a passage in Judges chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. And this is all about how the second generation who are in the promised land, they're not the ones that had to fight for the land with Joshua, they're the ones that have inherited the land from him and that first generation that came in to take the land. It says in this scripture that God deliberately left some enemies in the land in order to teach this generation, the second generation, the new generation, how to fight. And I felt like the Lord say really clearly, Nick, you've got to call the next generation of leaders to fight and to learn the ways of war. Now, I grew up learning my lessons of leadership, cutting my teeth in leadership in the 70s and 80s, and there was loads and loads of teaching about spiritual warfare at the time, and I suppose I've taken that for granted. But I think the church of the 90s and the noughties and the teens have generally forgotten some of those lessons. Maybe they've thrown the baby out with the bathwater, and there was some bathwater that needed discarding, if I'm honest. But there's something really important that we've forgotten how to do, and it's how to wage war, how to fight and win battles, how to defend territory that the Lord has given us, but also how to take new ground. And I'm hoping over the next few weeks to unpack some of those thoughts and ideas about what that means for us, not just as a movement, but as churches all across this country. So look out for the next installment while I wait at this roundabout.